In this video we're going to be taking a look at the Lego Technic John Deere 948L2 skidder. That's a mouthful, but before we take a look at it we need to get to building it. So let's take a look in the box. One thing I noticed straight away is there isn't actually all that many bags, surprisingly, and these wheels, these are absolutely huge. I didn't know what was in there, but it turns out there's loads of pneumatic tubes and they're all cut to length, which is really quite handy, to be honest with you. I'm from the old school Lego Technic where nothing was cut to length and you could never find a tape measure either. I don't even think they existed. We had to use one of them little roll-up things. Anyway, few stickers and a nice instruction book, a couple of pictures at the end. Nothing too crazy, so let's get to the build. I time-lapsed this build as to make it as quick as possible, as if you're going to build it yourself you really don't need to see me building it. But it was quite a fun build. One thing I noticed again is Technic has become really quite simple. The instructions are so broken down into little segments. It's so hard really to go wrong, but it was a fun build. There's a few new components in here that I noticed. The big green frames down the side, I don't know the name of them. There's a few new of them Technic beams that have the holes on both sides, so that's pretty cool. And one thing I found out as well is the pneumatics on this is all in the last bag, which is bag 4. They've gone all into there's only 4 bags throughout this whole build, but there was more of each bag than one, if that makes any sense. I think for bag 4 there was like 4 bags. I don't understand it personally, but it was simple enough, and it was, as I say, it was a fun build. And I think the end result in terms of the aesthetics and the realism, if that's the word, of this build was really quite good. Now just building the pneumatic controls, which I did find to be in a really awkward position when actually trying to use them, and you'll see that at the end of the video when I actually try and demonstrate it. I really didn't do a very good job of demonstrating it, but still, we all learning, aren't we? So with the build basically complete, there we go. Here's the finished article. It looks really, really good. As I say, I think the aesthetics of this, they got it really on point. I think it looks really, really cool. I love the steering. It has 2 of the I don't know the name of any of the parts, but 2 of the bits that allow it to rotate like you have on the diggers and stuff like that. Just pumping up the pneumatics now. Normally with my pneumatic stuff I do away with the pump and plug it into my compressor. On this occasion I didn't, so I'm just trying to show the features, and you'll see in just a second I really didn't do a very good job. But you can see how much I have to pump in order to get the pneumatic functions to work, because the sort of forwards and backwards, up and down movement, they're done with 2 pneumatic cylinders each, so it takes quite a bit of air in order to fully work them. But the functions, they're good. They still work. I think it would have been better using my compressor. So let's take a look at some of the other different functions that you can do with this. If you turn this gear on the side, that raises and lowers the rear section that touches the floor, like again, I'm really rubbish at knowing the names of anything, but the back sort of leggy thing, support bit, and it would stop it from tipping, I guess, whilst it's trying to lift things. That bit there. And then you have these 2 little doors that are pretty pointless because you can't actually really see the engine. I'm trying to demonstrate that the engine is within there and you can just about see it, but they're very, very small doors. And you have the other 2 doors on the side. But that's about it, guys. Thanks for watching. I'll see you on the next one.